everybody. So, I just. Okay. So, it just went off. So, I'm going to give everybody another chance to get coffee. I just accidentally shut that whole live show thing off. Today, though, we're in the hotel business of space hotel business. Now, I was just on for 10 minutes. I had to shut that off. I don't know. I'm sorry. I guess I have my phone in my back pocket. It was clearly my fault. I'm going to give you guys another time to get coffee because I got to get this done really quick. So, hotels in space. I bet you if I save my money my whole life, I get to stay about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. But I think it's awesome, the option. But you know what sounds more appealing to me? I mean, not more appealing. No. Not even more appealing. But it sounds cool have you guys seen that the bed, breakfast, and bed, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That word. The Shrek swamp. You can Google that and tell me you don't want to go. Now, back in the day, whatever. But, man, it is so, I gotta hand it to you. I like the art world. It's really cool, but dude, the bed alone, I want to go stay at. I think it's cool. So, everybody, go get your coffee again. I'm going to go get mine, and then I'll be back. I'm not going to forget, and I'm not going to put this phone in my back pocket to accidentally hang up. So, I'll be back. Another good morning to, well, I went over this once, and I think I put my phone in my pocket. I have not started doing my pre-recorded ones, but I'm going to. I'm trying to get all my audio stuff, you know. That shit is. I thought I had it right. Then I went back and I listened to it. My drums and my all my audio running, everything coming out of my computer is not recording. Actually, it's running through my drum MIDI play. Well, not my MIDI play, but my drum, my electric drum thing, and it runs through into my computer. Anyway, longer than short story short. I got to figure it out. So, yeah, I'm still doing these phone things. Then I got to figure out too. I don't think that I have enough people that want like Patreon type thing going on in my thing. But I got to figure this thing out, how pre-recorded and then live. I love doing the live things just because I love talking to the Podbean people. It's fun. I like them. They're nice. You guys, great people. But anyway, so longer story shorter than ever. So a space hotel could open as soon as 2025. Yes, that's right. You heard it right. Now, not a problem. The thing is about that is, oh man, you know, there's nothing actually. I don't know what I'm talking about. I honestly think the coolest thing that really looks cool to me is I want to go stay in the Shrek. It's in Scotland. So any of my Scotland homies, dude, hit me up ASAP on here because I want to ask if you guys, I've heard of this place. I Google it, dude. It is amazing looking. Now, I never claimed to have the most interesting life in the world, so as you can imagine, the things I just find amazingly awesome are probably absolutely stupid to everybody else, apparently. Yeah. Everything I do is not. Yeah. Nobody's interested in things like that. And that's okay. Yeah. It's not like I wouldn't blame anybody for being retarded like myself. But so I want to go to space. I want to get in this hotel thing. I'll probably be able to save enough in my lifetime to go up there for about an hour and a half. That is enough time to go up there and prove that the earth is not flat. Bam. I said it and it's over. It might be, hey, I could come up with the most, whatever way an awakening, in my head and be like, holy shit, it's flat. And my luck is probably I would pay for everything into this. It's a balloon type of a thing. No, it isn't. That's just a thing. I'm sorry. Now, in this, too, as well, there's the hotel thing's separate. I'm sorry. There's a balloon. It's, it looks real comfortable. It looks more comfortable than my living room. And these real comfortable seats. Yeah, and dude, I gotta be honest with you, it looks really comfortable. It looks way more comfortable. Maybe you get a balloon type of looking thing. I forget what it's called. I'll get the name in a second. Go up, I don't know how long you say, and you float all the way up into space, probably just right outside of our atmosphere. And yep, you can go up there and prove that flat Earth is that we are not. Yeah, never mind. I found it. We're good. Okay. That we are not on a flat Earth. I mean, we are. I can't say that. I don't know. I've never been up there yet. I go up there all the time with Lincoln, but that's on a need-to-know basis type thing. You know what I mean? I can't actually say I go up there and tell everybody about the UFO that we have in my storm shelter. And I can't even tell you where it is in my backyard because you guys will come and not you guys, but reverse whateverrise my UFO, and I can't have you guys get mine and Lincoln's secrets. Those are pertain to just two smart Lincoln beings of me and Lincoln. It took us a while, but we figured it out. Take that world and Elon Musk. I'm just kidding. I said that. I don't mind it either. And I said this before. Honestly, the reason I like Elon Musk so much is because I would do the same kind of shit he's doing if I had $1 billion. Mostly, the first thing would be the whole. He made, and he only made like 5,000 of these. I'm sure everybody has seen. Lincoln, shut up! Don't do that. What the fuck are you doing? I'm almost positive that everybody has seen. What are they saying? Oh yeah. Damn it. I already forgot. No, I didn't. Oh! Everybody's got to have seen Spaceballs. He made the Spaceballs flamethrower. 5,000. That is... You remember when Elon Musk made 5,000 of those Spaceballs flamethrowers? Yeah. I don't either. I just saw it in a story until I'm talking for a minute. He made... I'm just saying, that's the kind of shit I would do if I were a billionaire. I've always wanted one of those Spaceballs flamethrowers. Lincoln, come on. And if I had $1 billion to do nothing with, that's what I would do. Do what? Oh, I'm sure he's got about 58,000 of those. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, to put his Teslas on. It's, yeah. Louis said I'd buy a car lot. Wow. Well, hey, to each their own. It's a beautiful world. Really. So, going on to the next. Yeah. Lincoln, come on. Come on, Lincoln. Come here. You don't know where your ball is, do you? Come on. Come here. I can't throw it yet. It's not up there. It's over there. It's over there. Yep. Now, I'm glad you did. Oh, vindication. I don't know what the word is. Gentrification. Yeah. So, yeah, now, okay, Space Hotel opens as soon as, come on, Lincoln, 2025. Voyager Station and Pioneer Station, two proposed offerings from Orbital Assembly, aim to be the first commercial space hotels upon completion. Man, I should get paid to be this audio for everyone. Just kidding. Man, if the idea of space hotel sounds enticing, then mark your calendars for 2025, my friends. Orbital Assembly, a company that specializes in designing and constructing space stations, because there's so many of them. It's a pretty, what do you call that market? I was just talking about it yesterday. Oh my God. See, when it gets early like this, I fumble over my words. It's on purpose, just to confuse you guys, just to make sure that I sound like I dumb myself down. I can't let you guys know how smart I really am. Just kidding. I hope nobody takes me seriously Yeah. I mean, seriously. They make it sound like it's just, there's so much competition. That's the word I was thinking of. See how I did that? So those of you making grand post-pandemic travel plans should start considering the Final Frontier as a destination. I want to, but first I got to go to the Shrek Swamp. With 2 space hotels in the works, Voyager Station and more recently announced Pioneer Station, anyone's next R&R could take place among the stars. I'm just going to say I think it sounds awesome. Now, when I get to the place about how much it is, man, unless I could get, yeah, even if I got, even if I got $1 from as many listeners, I'd probably get $5. So, both space hotels would accommodate more than just intergalactic travelers, but would also be suitable for business, manufacturing, and research. Don't you think that they already have that? I mean, if they're gonna do that, I bet they already have like a Voyager, like a station, Voyager station. I'm like, I mean, for scientists. Oh, it's called the space station. Never mind. It's a bit. Okay, I heard a guy. There was a guy. I forget his name. He's another one of those billionaire people, and a real smart guy. I think maybe he isn't, but he comes across as being smart. You know what I'm saying? But those people, I can't say it. I've never. He came over to dinner the other night, but we didn't talk about. You know, it was more of a family type thing. We didn't talk business. So, but he said he's got to probably be. He's an engineer. What did he call it? And it made sense because when you see the space station, don't you see it? You're like, man, it's so cool. But you're like, dude, that looks like a bunch of like, what are those things that we used to get as a toy for his kids, those little construction things? I mean, it looks like if it looks like anything would just rip that son of a bitch apart. And it doesn't look like this. But hey, man, I have something better than the space station. I have Mayan Lincoln's UFO in it's in our storm shelter in my backyard. I can't tell you where it is in case you guys want to reverse technologize my UFO. You can't because you don't know where it is in my backyard in the storm shelter. So both space hotels would accommodate, more than intergalactic travelers, but also for research. Voyager Station Orbital Assembly's first proposed space hotel was originally designed to accommodate 280 guests, though plans have updated that number to 400. Holy shit, 120 extra. The company has also recently shared designs for a smaller station called Pioneer Station, which could house significantly less people, only 28 at a time, but could be operational as soon as 2025. Now, you gotta see what these things look like. Here, I can put a picture in the comments. I mean, honestly, I gotta say, like, I don't know. The thing is I mean, you gotta know. Okay, these pod-looking things, incredible, really. Anyway, I'll put it right here. Wait, okay. There you go. So there it is. And it's this little pod-looking thing. It's in the comment section if you can see it. Maybe it didn't post. I'll do it again. So there'll be 2 of them. Man, I'm having issues with my thing, and I still can't get to level 2. Oh, there it is. Okay. My voice cracked again. Did you hear that? So, okay. Now, both stations make use of artificial gravity, which can be understood through a simple demonstration of spinning water in a bucket. Much in the same way you can spin a bucket in a circle, keeping the water inside of it. The Space Station Hotel would simulate gravity in a similar manner. This makes comfortable rooms and stylish bar experiences possible. I wonder if now it's according to the Space Voyager website, the degree of artificial gravity will vary depending on the speed of rotation. Now, this is something that may not, and this is purely joking. You get seasick in the ocean or the Mediterranean Sea. I can't imagine what space sick would be like. You know what I'm saying? I bet it's a little bit worse, probably a little bit more serious than just throwing up and vomiting. boy. No, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and point out the negatives. I think it's fucking awesome, dude. You gotta see this what it looks like. Okay, I think that this is just a maybe. I'm gonna put this is all. I post this all into the the comment section so you can see it. You know, I've thought about. Have you guys ever used Podbean as a as a what do you call have you ever used it as a video thing for? Wait a minute. Hey, wait. Have you guys ever used the video part for Podbean to make like a video podcast type thing? I don't know. I'm conflicted on it mostly because the visual is awesome. I mean, video and it's fun to make it. It is. I like to do it. It would be a little bit more. I do all this by myself. It's not really like I do a lot, honestly, but I do. It's time. It is time consuming, but I love it doing it. Besides, I love smoking cigarettes too. But I'm gonna get to where I think I quit. I made this pact with somebody. So, kind of. So, while simulated gravity is important for long-term space habitats, for many visitors who venture so far, feeling the weightlessness of space is a big part of the appeal. Man, you could float around. God damn, I bet you. I wasn't gonna. As such, the company has plans to ensure the experience isn't missed. The interiors of Pioneer Station, in particular, are designed to function in both zero gravity and partial gravity. Haha, man. They are highly flexible to respond to the needs of a variety of tenants on the station. Man, this fucking looks amazing. Really. While certain parts of the hotel will include the weightlessness of space, our sections will feel more like Earth. So guests don't feel like they're spinning around puking on themselves and can enjoy drinks and meals. There will be an opportunity for a zero-gravity experience on Voyager as well. I can't imagine why. And the designs currently include plans for recreational activities such as basketball games where the participants can soar higher due to weightlessness of the environment. Now, they are making this fun. Perhaps only in an outer space will LeBron James have competition. I'm serious. On theme, the team also plans to plate traditional space food. Now, such a freeze-dried, oh my God, ice cream in the hotel's restaurant to add additional appeal. They're not talking about real NBA basketball games, are they? No, just playing them. But for now, the Space Hotel isn't commenting on its room rates. No, it isn't. But comparing it to other proposed public space missions, it will likely be extremely fucking expensive. I'm just kidding. Come to a steep cost. For example, Virgin Galactic plans to launch ordinary passengers into space for only $450,000 per person per trip. The team at Voyager and Pioneer Station, however, has already assured the public that as space tourism becomes more commonplace, they hope to eventually make a stay at the hotel something similar to buying a cruise ticket. I can't even go on a cruise. Now, if I were in a place where I paid myself, $30 fucking $9 an hour, where I can give myself as much overtime and shit like that just as I want, I could probably go on a cruise. But till then, don't see it happening. I would love it, honestly, but man, we'll see. I don't know. I think it sounds cool. I'm all about it. Now, the cool thing is, man, and this is with everything, you got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? Now, everything. Do you remember when the internet was fucking ungodly expensive now? Or even cell phone? No. Here's a better example. Phones. You remember when phones? Dude, I remember when you had to fucking hit zero to collect calls. And dude, it was not cheap being able to just talk to friends just state to state. Now, I don't know how old you have to be to remember this. I'm 45, but man, we've come a long way with just the phone thing itself. Uh, yeah, I mean, really, anybody, I mean, you kiddos, man, you guys are lucky. You got the boy, and your kids are gonna be even luckier. Man, I'm serious. My generation, we got fucked. I'm just gonna say it. We got, man, it's not even funny how fucked. It's seriously. And then, God, I am happy that we did all this work for you guys. I'm serious, man. Enjoy it, please, please, because, and the generation before me, God, that did the work for us. You see, it goes in gas, man. So always be thankful and respect your elders. Like I always say, man, we gotta all work together. We are. I mean, seriously. Uh, as much as people, as much as whatever they are, ubiquitous theys, thems, try to separate us and then put us in categories and richer or poorer, or blacks and whites and browner than others. Man, we gotta don't let ourselves separate ourselves. Look past all that crap and remember, man, we're all human, just trying to work and it's already complicated. Let's not make it worse. Let's all work together. We're all trying to do the same thing, and that is to live as happily as we can day to day. Man, hold the door open for somebody or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, listen. We are all we have. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. People do suck. I say it all the time. But even that, you've got to look at, you know what I mean. But, everybody doesn't tell me how stupid I sound. And whatever. And it's true. I do suck. I'm stupid. But, man, fight the power. You remember when, I'm talking to a particular age group, I'm assuming when I say remember this. Lincoln remembers. Yeah. Well, he's a time traveler though. Yeah. He can pick out any, don't tell anybody, but we've got this phone, it's in our backyard. And man, Lincoln, he can get in that fucking, dude, it's like kids in microwaves, or, no, that's not a good example. Well, they like computer shit, dude. I turn around, I'm trying to do something on the computer. I have to go ask my niece or my nephew or whoever. My son is 22 now. I go ask him. I'm like, man, you got to put this into my computer to do this, because 2 seconds they're done. I'm like, God. But it's not my fault. It's just all in generational gaps. But that is why we got to work together to remember, we're one. It's like a relationship, dude. Always. In a relationship, as you know, I'm not going to sit here and play Dr. Phil. But, man, what makes relationships strong is when the other is just not 100%, the other one will pick up for the other and work together. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, so you have to start somewhere with the whole, getting the first hotels up there. Yes, it's going to be expensive, but man, it's like the phone thing. Once you conquered that, then, man, now then we are all carrying these computers in our pocket called phones. So okay, I build these racing drones. Man, those fast little motherfuckers go 140 miles an hour. I build those little racers, and man, it used to be a lot to build to get those. Man, it's so much cheaper now. And there's a point to that. God damn, I had a point to that. Well, my point is that everything is always more, expensive, but as you do it more and more, and the cheaper it gets. I don't remember the point of what I was going to say in that. I wish I did, because there had to have probably not been a good point, but probably went with what I was talking about. Just saying. So, alright, I gotta take a break for a second. You guys, hold it out for me for just a second, and I shall be by. After these few words from my man, and my earphones, you guys, I'm just gonna say this real fast. It was super awesome. I wish it would have worked on my audio stuff, but it didn't. But I'm getting it. Man, it sounded so cool. But anyway. Bang. Did you hear that? Looky there. Oh, you gotta jump back. I worked that well. Yes, I did. Oh, be my friend. Hey.
U.S. Dollar Collapse Guide. You owe it to yourself and your family to break free from this new digital prison. So click the button on your screen right now and join the thousands of freedom-loving and hardworking Americans like you who are... Welcome to hell.
Were we wrong? We now realize that the surface temperature of Venus is 900 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hotter than a baker's oven. Lead would be molten at that temperature. And when it rains sulfuric acid.
For centuries, many speculations have been about Earth's volcanic sister planet, Venus. Recently, it was discovered that during the Cold War, the Soviet Union secretly captured some strange images of Venus and hid them from the public. However, recently, these long-buried photos have come to light, and scientists are in a panic as these images might challenge everything we know about our solar system. Could these newly revealed Venusian images hold clues to the existence of alien life on the planet? And what other mysteries might they unveil about the enigmatic world of Venus?
Well, I just think they beat us to the punch. We've been talking about it, working on it, but nothing's happened.
Join us on a captivating journey as we uncover the secrets behind the declassified photos from Venus and their potential impact on the world. After World War II, a captivating saga unfolded between two global powers, the United States and the Soviet Union. They both engaged in a fierce rivalry that transcended conventional battlegrounds, stretching into the vast expanse of outer space itself. The launch of the Soviet satellite Sputnik 1 in 1957, the first artificial satellite to orbit the Earth, worsened matters as it sparked a sense of urgency and competition in the United States. However, little did the world know that the space race between these superpowers had concealed an important secret. The Soviet Union, in a bid to outsmart the U.S., hid some strange photographs captured from their voyages to Venus. These controversial space snapshots have raised concerns among scientists, casting doubt on the validity of long-held beliefs regarding our solar system. Before delving into the mysterious images of Venus captured by Soviet space probes, let us start from the beginning. The space race. The space race was a fierce competition between the United States and the Soviet Union during the Cold War. At the time, the United States and the Soviet Union were like competing athletes trying to outdo each other in exploring space. After World War II, both nations seized the opportunity to get Germany's rocket engineers and advanced technology, including the V-2 rockets. The United States gained the expertise of Wernher von Braun, a prominent rocket engineer who led their space program. Meanwhile, the Soviets recruited Sergei Korolev, a Ukrainian-born visionary, to head their space endeavors. In 1955, both countries announced their plans to launch satellites into orbit. On October 4th, 1957, the Soviet Union took the lead by successfully launching Sputnik 1, the first satellite in orbit. It was a significant achievement, leaving the United States behind. 4 months later, the United States celebrated its success with the launch of Explorer 1. During the space race, the Soviets achieved a significant milestone when they successfully launched cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin aboard the Vostok 1 spacecraft in April 1961. Gagarin's historic mission marked the first time a human had ever orbited the Earth, garnering tremendous acclaim both within the Soviet Union and globally. This triumph was followed by the United States' achievement just 3 weeks later, as astronaut Alan Shepard embarked on his pioneering journey aboard the Freedom 7 spacecraft, making him the first American to venture into space. The United States, feeling the pressure of lagging, made a bold claim on May 25, 1961, when President John F. Kennedy declared that America would be the first to land a man on the moon before the end of the decade. This marked the beginning of the ambitious Apollo program. Alongside Apollo, other notable milestones occurred. In February 1962, John Glenn became the first American to orbit the Earth, while in June 1963, Soviet cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova became the first woman in space. NASA received increased funding to achieve its daunting goal of reaching the moon first by the end of the decade. In addition to Apollo, NASA launched the Gemini program to develop the necessary technology. Gemini saw American astronaut Ed White perform the first American spacewalk. However, the Soviets had already achieved this feat with Alexei Leonov's spacewalk a few months earlier. Gemini also witnessed the first docking of 2 spacecraft in Earth's orbit. After extensive testing, training, and numerous experiments, the Apollo 11 spacecraft was launched on July 16, 1969. On board were U.S. astronauts Neil Armstrong, Edwin Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. The mission encountered challenges, leading to a manual landing of the lunar module named the Eagle. Finally, on July 20th, 1969, the Eagle landed on the moon's surface. Neil Armstrong stepped outside, becoming the first to walk on the moon. His famous words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," resonated worldwide. With this achievement, America won the space race, while Soviet attempts to land on the moon between 1969 and 1972 failed. As the goal was accomplished, public interest in lunar missions declined. In July 1975, the United States and the Soviet Union completed the historic Apollo-Soyuz test project, ASTP, marking the first joint spaceflight during the Cold War. The mission aimed to test the compatibility of rendezvous and docking systems between the American Apollo spacecraft and the Soviet Soyuz spacecraft. The Apollo-Soyuz test project represented a significant milestone in the space race between the two superpowers. Astronaut Thomas Stafford commanded the American Apollo spacecraft, while cosmonaut Alexei Leonov commanded the Soviet Soyuz spacecraft. The spacecraft rendezvoused and docked in orbit, allowing the crews to transfer between them. This docking event was historic, marking the first time American and Soviet spacecraft had docked in space. The crews performed joint experiments and tests throughout the mission, exchanged gifts, and conducted television broadcasts between the two spacecraft. The mission lasted approximately 2 days, after which the spacecraft undocked and returned to Earth separately. The success of the Apollo-Soyuz test project paved the way for future international cooperation in space. It laid the foundation for subsequent joint missions and collaborations between the United States and Russia, such as the Shuttle Mir program in the 1990s and the ongoing partnership in the International Space Station, ISS, which began in the late 1990s. Why was the exploration of Venus so significant during the space race? At the height of the space race, the the Soviet Union achieved a significant milestone in space exploration, earning a high score on the leaderboard. In 1970, the Soviet Union successfully landed a spacecraft on Venus. The mission, known as Venera 7, demonstrated remarkable ingenuity and determination, despite the inhospitable conditions of Venus, which shares similarities in size and mass with Earth. The challenges faced during this ambitious attempt were numerous. The atmospheric pressure on Venus was a staggering 92 times higher than Earth's, comparable to being nearly a kilometer deep in Earth's oceans. Additionally, Venus harbors extreme heat due to its carbon dioxide-rich atmosphere, creating a runaway greenhouse effect that makes it the hottest planet in our solar system. With an average surface temperature of 460 degrees Celsius, Venus can even melt lead. Despite these formidable obstacles, the Soviet Union's exploration of Venus continued. The planet's strong magnetic field provides protection from the solar wind and gives rise to electrifying tempests.
I don't know. I don't know. I gotta call him. I have no idea. No clue. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So, hey, Radio Parlesque, what's up? I'll let you know. I know. I know. I'll talk to you in a minute. Radio Par. What is that? Did you look at those rooms? Those look more comfortable than my living room. I want to go. Now, I don't know how much it is though, but could you imagine being able to tell the flat earthers that every time me and Lincoln leave in our Star Cruiser, I always, every time tell Lincoln, check out the earth, look and make sure it's round, and Lincoln's like, I'm going to do it, and he even takes notes, and for whatever reason, he forgets just like I do. So we don't look back around whenever, and when we're flying into the atmosphere, we're a little busy with all the buttons and shit in our Star Cruiser to look and see if the earth is, Jesus, you want us to do everything? God damn, we built the UFO, we have to do everything else? Just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I hope everyone knows I'm just being stupid. But man, you got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And I think soon my voice just did that cracking thing again. It's puberty at 45. Doesn't get much better than that. I'm just saying. But you got to start somewhere. Now, there's this real cool thing I was looking at. This is not a hotel. It's not a Airbnb, whatever it is, whatever. This is Link. This is it looks like a gigantic, I can't imagine it being it's gotta be some kind of a metal thing. It looks like a big metal balloon. That looks more comfortable than my living room and my bedroom put together. Now, put that in your notes. Man, but so it's like I guess I think now that I didn't really look into, but I have to imagine that it's something like a hot air balloon, but enclosed. I mean, you know what I mean. And it looks like a big teardrop metal, enclosed thing. Now that was expensive. I think that was going on like maybe $150,000 to go on that. Now, like I said, if I saved my whole life, I could probably go for about an hour and a half. I don't know how long the air balloon thing. Now, my question to you is this. Now, okay, actually, I'm going to bring one thing up to get to another thing. Okay, I saw this picture, and I want, man, please, if anybody knows, please hit me up as soon as you hear this. I saw these pictures of Venus at one point. Now, I think it was Russia. That touched down on one, and they landed on it, and everything came out. Now, in this picture, I swear to God, if you look, it looks like boot steps are walking away from it. I mean, this is a public picture, not like some disclosed picture or anything like that. But do you know how often public pictures go out by NASA and stuff like that? They're like, oh shit, that they don't mean to put in certain things in there or whatever. What's up, man? How are you doing? You need help with anything?
Not right now, but I will today.
Awesome. Alrighty, I'm just getting these blue studs put up. But in this picture, this is what makes me feel bad about like people that get I believe in everything. It's not until I flat out been and it's told by whatever, and it's just, and then that's when But I feel so bad for people that like getting abducted, or like see UFO, or there's shit that is going on. I don't care what anybody says, whatever. And I try to stick with the science part of everything. I do believe in everything else, but In this particular picture, I swear to God, they were boots. And I can't find the picture. You cannot find this picture anywhere. I'm just wondering, it's a very, very, very widely spread picture of Venus. And I know that, Venus, I don't know. Honestly, you know what? I'm only told by what NASA says. Apparently NASA.
Save that paper. If you
Yeah.
get rid of it or
Oh, I've been putting it all on right there in those empty cans right there. But see, this what sucks. And I wish that NASA would get past this bullshit that they can't fucking tell anybody anything. I mean, dude, why the fuck does everything have to be fucking hidden from everybody? Aren't we all like human fucking beings as a species supposed to work together and do all this shit? But if you've got the most whatever people lying, I mean, I guess I get why you have, but I don't. It's just fucking annoying as fuck because you don't know. My voice just cracked again. Ooh, this must be a very touchy subject for me. But it's just, dude, I mean, why the fuck does this shit have to be disclosed or hidden? It's like the Mexican government that has those 1,000-year-old mummy, aliens. Well, hey, man, besides it looked like it having a drawn-on face on the front. It's not my fault. I'm just reporting it, and I am reporting it. I'm just talking about it. It wasn't my fault that they made it look like that, but it clearly it is what it looks like. You know what? I'm not talking shit about the Mexican government or anything like that. But why do they want to hide it so much? They're like, no, you can't have them. No way, you would take these. And that's clearly not in Spanish. Dealer es muy importante. That's mad. Now that is important in Mexican. But they're like, no, you can't touch them. These are ours. Oh, no. And it's like, wait a minute, dude. Let other places check this shit out. Send it to as many scientists as you can. We're all human beings here. Like, I think we should all know about this shit. If it's real, again, you know what I'm saying. But how do you know it's all fucking confusion just to keep everybody? Nobody knows what fucking is real, what isn't, all this shit. So you know what? I do believe in the alien thing, and I do believe in fucking that they've been around for a bit, and I do believe in that because why not? Jesus Christ. You honestly can't even say that the fucking world is round without somebody saying, no, it's not flat, it's flat. So whatever. But anyway, I try not to go to I see all sides of everything, and I do. There's on YouTube, there's a real cool Y-Files. I don't know if everybody is it. Man, great group of people. The Hecklefish, it's fucking funny, and the host, super cool dude, really, really nice. But check out the Y-Files. There, if you don't, check it out. If you never watched it, check it out. It's pretty cool. And they get on to, hey, I'm sorry, I cannot. My eyes are going bad. JQTS, what's going on? Hey, were you on earlier and my phone turned off or something? I put it in my pocket and something happened and I had to restart. I don't know, man, but if that was you, sorry about the confusion. Thanks for joining. But man, I don't know. If anybody saw this particular picture of Venus, man, hit me up. I'm going to try to find it. I'm going to look everywhere I can because, man, I mean, if you listen to some people say, now, these hotels that are going to be in space, I love the idea, and I'm not going to knock any part of it and look at the negative side of it and be like, well, that's stupid, because I think it's fucking wonderful. I think it's cool as fuck. It's a stepping stone, and man, hell yes, let's do this. And soon, eventually, it will be cheaper. Just let the rich people pay it off, and then my point before that. So then it will, it'll be suitable to take place for, you know what I mean? You know how it goes. But I don't know, man. You don't know they say that our technology, man, like, dude, they say the technology that we really have, and I don't know, they say George Lucas would cream his little panties. Now, I don't know if, I shouldn't talk like that. I'm sorry. He would be mesmerized. Now, to say George Lucas would be mesmerized about some of the stuff what we really have is saying a lot. I mean, he made Star Wars. The dude is a creator of Darth Vader, for Christ's sake, and lightsabers, and blasters. I know, it's not, but you know what I'm saying. So, anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so if the technology for all that, and we're just talking about these hot air balloon things going up, and it's real, I mean, man, and these aliens that are cruising 100 million light years across man, dude, this is a whole sea of creation. Man, grab what you can and take it all in, because, dude, hey, you never know what each day is gonna bring, and boy, does it just gets funner and funner, man. Way more funner. That's not even that is a proper way to say that. But I think it's so awesome. I think it's a great stepping stone. I would like to wake up in space. Mostly want to see if it's flat or not. I know it isn't, but it's, you know what I mean? I always say, though, I'm glad that there is something for people, for everyone to believe, and it should be like that. To all my, what's that called? Jesus, I can't. I'm sorry, it's early. My simulation for fans, the people that didn't know we're in a simulation. Right on, dude. Now that is actually, the more you think about that, pretty fucking creepy. I like the one about the moon and the soul catcher on the moon. That's a pretty good one too. I gotta hand it to, man. Now, honestly, some of these things that they brought up, they deserve recognition just for the pure, I mean, just for the damn it, I cannot even think like it. This is ridiculous. Just being that creative, I mean, should get, you know what I mean? 'Cause, dude, these people, they're not, listen, they believe, and man, these people, some of these people that are talking, they're not, no, they know that they are right, and man, I mean, it sucks that you gotta have people that don't tell the truth and people that bullshit and all that, but, dude, well, all the same, also though, there goes my voice again. Did everybody hear that? Well, anyway, oh man, and everybody, I appreciate always everybody checking it out. Hit the like button or the little hearts. It helps the show a million. I've got to take a break because I got to do something real quick, but I will be right back after these wonderful, I don't think they're words, but talk about. Ooh. Hey, that'll be fun to listen to for a second.
Maybe we'll just beat the traffic tomorrow?
What happens when the end of time is time itself? Is the ticking nature of this reality also its fatal flaw? And how many mind-bending knots can one theory tie itself in before the end of the world might even be a kindness? This is Unveiled, and today we're taking a closer look at the time travel apocalypse. Do you need the big questions answered? Are you constantly curious? Then why not subscribe to Unveiled for more clips like this one, and ring the bell for more thought-provoking content. The ability to move through time runs through the core of so many great science fiction storylines. It's a superpower, even if those that wield it often aren't your stereotypical cape-wearing, world-saving hero kinds of people. The time traveler often has to go under the radar, quiet and unnoticed in whichever time they're infiltrating, so not to trigger some sort of existential collapse should anyone realize who they are. It's a delicate business with potentially dire consequences, all of which serves to ramp up the tension in all of the best sci-fi examples. Time travelers in the real world, however, are seemingly not so careful, or at least there are many who have clearly chosen to break rank. Multiple times in just the last few years, time travel claimants have made headlines the world over by predicting Armageddon. In 2022, word spread online of a traveler known as Edward, who claimed to have taken part in an experiment in 2004. At the time, he was working in LA, but via the experiment, he was transported to the year 5000, where he snapped a photo of the future LA, which Edward claims is entirely underwater. Meanwhile, and again in 2022, a series of time travel warnings were posted on TikTok, including reported dates in that year when massive world-changing events should have happened, such as the sudden disappearance of 2 million people and the sudden emergence of another group of nightmare creatures. Ultimately, the TikTok prophecies proved incorrect. But more broadly, a genuine time travel apocalypse is about more than just the testimony of individual people. All too often, those can be easily discredited. But the mechanics and plausibility of time travel is something that even mainstream science is directly interested in. To a point, we need to understand the subtle workings of time in order to maintain some quite mundane things of the modern world, like GPS systems, satellite networks, and all types of space travel. We know that time is relative, and that it runs differently on Earth in our frame of reference compared to how it would under essentially any other conditions in the universe. This way, you might say that time is actually unknowable, and it's in its many gray areas that doomsday theories can take shape. Firstly, let's imagine that there's only one timeline, this one. Nowadays, this idea has been severely challenged, thanks to the development of various many worlds and multiverse models of reality, and we'll move to those shortly. But for now, we can still imagine the universe as just one unending, unbroken, and complete thing. How does the time travel apocalypse unfold? All we need to do is to consider one of the most popular paradoxes, but if it were to really get out of hand. A bootstrap paradox, otherwise known as an information paradox, is where information is moved between the present, past, and future, so that actually it can never exist outside of that loop. But it can also never be taken away either. For example, imagine that you are given a book as a child by an adult. Then you live your whole life with that book until you, as an adult, travel back in time and give that book back to the child that will grow up to become the adult who gives the book to you. There's no breaking that cycle. The book exists in perpetuity, and yet it only exists because it's being constantly passed around between the two people in the loop. Now imagine, though, that written inside that book, there's something very, very bad. As we learned in a previous video, Professor Nick Bostrom of the Future of Humanity Institute has formulated the vulnerable world hypothesis to demonstrate just how, vulnerable we really are. Bostrom talks of so-called black ball technologies, which are things that, if they are invented, will trigger the end of the world. The example he spends most time on is easy-to-make nuclear bombs. But really, a black ball technology could be anything. It could be a genetically engineered 100% death rate virus that's easily and instantly spread. Or a machine designed solely to attract asteroids from space, which turns Earth into a cosmic punching bag. Or a self-replicating AI that will always, always grow to hate humanity so much that it just has to kill us all. You get the picture.
Now, and I don't think that hotels in space would be that weird, but that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Anyway, 5-2. I wish that I could get on like level 2. Maybe I don't wish anything. I don't know. But you know what I mean. Well, so everybody, I guess then that's pretty much all I got for the day. hotels in space. Man, oh wait, no. Go check out the Shrek. Okay, Google this. Google it. It's I believe it's in Scotland. They have a Shrek swamp. Yep, you can rent it out, dude. The bed alone looks. That is kind of where I want to go stay. I bet it's probably much about as expensive as going to space and staying a night there. I don't know. But man, it's actually very, very interesting. Really cool though. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm fascinated by it. Yeah, all the way. Totally. There was something else that I was going to talk, that I wanted to talk. I don't know. Yeah, well, these pictures of Venus. Have you guys, man, Venus, Venus is so bright. It's so amazing to see it right now. It's in the morning. I get up really, 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 really extremely early, but, man, I think it's really, really crazy. Venus is a real cool planet. I mean, I know, now I don't know. I've heard through some places that Venus is not like they say it is. I don't, like, you gotta go off what these ambiguous thems is saying. I mean, how else, you know what I mean? Like, and then, yeah, everybody, the mainstream media, and it's true. I mean, it's just all bullshit. But man, like back in the day when it was on at 8 in the morning, 5 at night, and then 10 when they really had, told us when to get home for dinner and go to bed and wake up in the morning. I mean, really, think about that's pretty much, we can go run down that rabbit hole and have a blast with it. I was alive during that time. It was fucking weird. And it wasn't weird. It was normal. It was not weird at all, actually. It's weird now. News, dude, filling up 24 hours a day. No wonder that the bullshit that they put on. I mean, they just got to fill up this useless time. But there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of people in the world. A lot of countries and a lot of fucking things going on. I get it. But anyway, man. So I guess that's all I got for today. I hope I can go stay in hotels one day. I really do. I think it would be cool. We'll see if we make it. I'm not real sure. I think it'd be pretty amazing. Well, I might hang out for a minute. I'm going to put this on and see if anybody joins in on here, because I might have a couple other things I want to talk about. So I will. I'm going to put this on here for just a minute, and I'll be back with you.
Voyager 1 has left the bubble around the sun and entered interstellar space, the space between stars.
In our ever-evolving world of science, there's this spacecraft known as Voyager 1. And guess what? The implications of this groundbreaking discovery are just profound. Well, this is the one that's not just changing the game, but it's rewriting everything that you thought you knew about the universe. Now guys, listen. Here we are going to discuss how Voyager 1 has single-handedly debunked all contemporary theories about the universe. So, come on and join us on this exciting journey, because it's a wild ride you won't want to miss. Voyager 1's epic journey. Voyager 1 is a remarkable spacecraft designed for high-tech exploration. In simple words, it has embarked on an extraordinary journey in space. Currently, it is positioned a staggering 24 billion kilometers away from Earth. It has journeyed far beyond the familiar realms of our solar system. To put this in perspective, Voyager 1's current location is roughly 6.5 times the distance from the Sun to Pluto. This distant spot places the spacecraft squarely in the heart of interstellar space, far beyond the protective magnetic embrace of our Sun. See, the significance of this achievement cannot be overstated. Voyager 1 stands as a testament to human ingenuity and ambition, representing our relentless quest to unravel the mysteries of the universe It has achieved the distinction of being the farthest human-made object from Earth, an unstoppable traveler venturing into uncharted cosmic territory. Its mission has been to gather data, expand our understanding of the cosmos, and challenge our preconceptions about what lies beyond our solar neighborhood. The unseen challenges. Voyager 1's incredible journey has not been without its challenges. Despite its remarkable resilience, the spacecraft is now approaching its 45th year of operation, and its power reserves are just amazing. However, the most perplexing twist in its mission occurred when it sent back a series of signals that confounded NASA experts. These signals raised eyebrows and generated intense curiosity within the scientific community. While NASA scientists are accustomed to troubleshooting and resolving issues with spacecraft, this particular anomaly proved to be an enigma. Despite their collective expertise, it took months to decipher the root cause of the problem, leaving many questions unanswered. The crucial revelations. Your investigation extends beyond the gibberish-laden signals. Voyager 1 has seen its share of wear and tear over the years, necessitating the shutdown of several scientific instruments. Yet, it continues to provide invaluable data on the interstellar medium, magnetic fields, and cosmic rays. Surprisingly, this critical scientific data remains unaffected, devoid of any anomalies or inconsistencies. However, the source of the problem becomes increasingly clear. The Attitude Articulation and Control System, AACS, one of Voyager 1's 3 onboard computers, responsible for ensuring the spacecraft's massive antenna remains oriented towards Earth. This particular AACS is no longer transmitting coherent data, adding to the mystery. What's more interesting is that Voyager 1, equipped with safe mode emergency settings designed to activate in case of malfunction, hasn't triggered any such alarms. In the spacecraft's view, all systems are operating as intended. Furthermore, the physical laws governing the spacecraft's operation have not failed. As Voyager 1 continues its voyage into interstellar space, it remains an aging pioneer, potentially encountering more challenges along the way. Certainly, Voyager 1's technological components date back decades, and the designers have long since retired, adding an extra layer of complexity to the puzzle. Nevertheless, this journey into the unknown serves as a reminder of humanity's insatiable curiosity and determination to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos. However, Voyager 1's mission continues, pushing the boundaries of human exploration and contributing to our understanding of the universe, one enigma at a time. Solar System's Edge Mystery. Recently, NASA's Voyager 1 spacecraft ventured into a bizarre zone at the edge of the solar system. I mean, seriously, their fancy theories are falling flat here. As you know, Voyager 1 was launched 36 years ago. It, along with its trusty sidekick Voyager 2, embarked on this epic road trip through the outer planets, sending back interesting data the whole way. The first Voyager zipped out of our solar system back in 1980, and ever since it's been creeping closer and closer to interstellar space. Right now, it's chilling more than 120 times farther away from Earth than the Sun is. Now, here's where it gets wild. Scientists initially thought Voyager's journey would be like a slow and steady transition. Later on, it's become this crazy, complex mystery that scientists are struggling to figure out. The models that have been thought to predict what should happen are all incorrect, said physicist Stamatios Krimigis of the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory. We essentially have absolutely no reliable roadmap of what to expect at this point. You see, the Sun is like a celestial particle machine, constantly spewing out a plasma of charged particles called the solar wind. This is why some of these particles even go rogue and zoom away at speeds reaching up to 10% of the speed of light. And yes, they come with a bonus feature. The Sun's magnetic field tags along for the ride. Eventually, this solar wind encounters what's called the interstellar medium, which is essentially a different gang of particles that got thrown out by those big, bad explosions from massive stars. These interstellar particles, known as galactic cosmic rays, pack a punch in terms of energy. They're like the heavyweight champions of the cosmic region. Normally, the solar wind acts as a shield, blocking most of these cosmic rays from barging into our solar system. But our galaxy has its magnetic field, and it's not playing by the same rules as the Sun's field. Now, Voyager 1 has been on quite the journey. In 2003, it hit the edge of the solar wind, where things started to slow down. Then, about a year ago, things got eerily quiet around the probe. The instruments on Voyager 1 indicated that the solar wind had practically disappeared, dropping by a factor of 1,000 in the blink of an eye, like a magician's trick. At the same time, measurements of galactic cosmic rays shot up, as if Voyager had stepped out of the sun's influence. But here's where it gets puzzling. If the solar wind vanishes completely, those cosmic rays should come from all directions. Instead, Voyager noticed that they seemed to be coming preferentially from one direction. Plus, despite the solar wind disappearing act, the probe didn't detect any real change in the magnetic fields around it. This is perplexing, because the galaxy's magnetic field is supposed to be at a 60-degree angle compared to the sun's field. In a nutshell, nobody has a clue what's going on out there in the great cosmic unknown. It's like Voyager 1 stumbled upon a cosmic mystery that has scientists scratching their heads.
Yeah, but I don't...
It's a huge surprise, said astronomer Merav Ofer of Boston University, who was not involved in the work.
All over the place.
While the new observations are fascinating, they are likely something that theorists will debate about for some time, she added. In some sense, we have touched the intergalactic medium, Ofer said, but we're still inside the sun's house. To put it in simpler terms, Voyager is like that adventurous friend who thought they were stepping outside, but ended up in the sun's entryway with a wide open door, letting in the galactic breeze. It's a bit like a surprise detour on a road trip, and the scientists are just as bewildered as you'd be if you stumbled upon a room you never knew existed in your own house. What's even more puzzling is that nobody knows how long Voyager is going to hang out in this unexpected foyer.
I don't want to have to do
It's like waiting for it to finish exploring a new place before you can continue your journey. Voyager might stay there for a few months, or it could be years before it finally makes its way to the cosmic open road of interstellar space.
Check this out, everybody. Listen to what I got. Okay. I got new noises. Oh boy, you're going to love these. Here's one. This one's fun. Wait for it. Oh, I'll turn it up. Yeah, check that out. And that goes on with other things. It's fun. And then this one. Yeah, that's on its own. Yeah, what's up now? Okay. That goes on for about 3 minutes. Different cool noises. Then I got this predator sounded thing. Stop now, motherfuckers. Aliens are invading. So anyway, those are my new noises. I've been recording new ones. So, I can pre-record these and it'll be awesome. Everybody have a wonderful day. No avail.